Appreciate it. Fire away. Thanks a lot for coming. I know this is something that hasn't been done in the past. This is just part of the change that, I want to make sure we have a relationship. I know you guys have a hard job to do, hard questions to ask. I respect that. And in doing so, I'll do everything I can to try and answer your question.
How's your acclimation to DC coming along?
Acclimation to DC has been great. It's been exciting. It's been challenging. As I'm learning different patterns of traffic, different patterns of just how to move around. My wife is happy, my daughter's happy, but just getting to know the area. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm learning it, and it's been exciting.
And what have you found that has surprised you about the state of the program, good or bad?
I think it's a fair question, and I'm still learning that. What has surprised me? I don't think anything has surprised me. I mean, because I was in the Big East, I've been in the Big East for 23 years. I know the history of the program. One of my mentors is John. I'm very close with his son in JT3. I've always known Lee because of all our league meetings and sharing. It's my job is to make sure we respect tradition, respect legacy, but this is just a new era. It's just a new time. Times have changed, times are different, and I want all of our people in the district to give us an opportunity to build this program the right way. Not a flash in the pan, something that is sustained success to give us an opportunity to compete for championships.
Coaches, from moving to a different school, do you plan on doing things the same way? Have you, in recruiting and being out there, have you done some things differently?
Well, because we took just about our whole staff, the staff knows the type of players that can be successful for the way we want to play. We've really concentrated on the DMV area in our recruiting, which is indicated in some of the kids that have committed to us that I can't speak upon. I think here at Georgetown, because of the rich tradition in the DMV area, the players are really good. They're well coached, both in high school and AAU. I don't know how much we'll do different. I don't know how much we'll do different because I think we had success. I think we got to build on what we started before and try to continue it here at a higher level.
Coach, what are some of the challenges that you've faced so far? A lot of players entered the transfer portal and you're getting some from it. So what are those challenges and how are you planning on overcoming those to rebuild them?
With the state of college athletics, with NIL and transfer portal, we have to adjust. We old school coaches, I'm going into my 30th year in college athletics. And if you don't change with it, you're going to be left behind. So we can complain, don't complain, adjust, identify who you could be successful with. Kids have left Georgetown, and some kids have come to Georgetown. And the kids that are here are the ones that I want to appreciate and try to get better. Change is important, and change is needed at times. And with this portal and NIL stuff, we have to change or we're going to be left behind.
Is Georgetown basketball well positioned for NIL? Can you use it as a strength?
Georgetown basketball is well positioned to be the elite leader in college basketball. We are aligned with our athletic director, our president, our board, our sponsors. We just need time to grow and learn. But I think we're aligned to have success long term. If that alignment wasn't there, I would not be your coach.
Ed, you guys have obviously had to do a lot of work. Is your staff complete? You still have additions to make there?
We're going to make a couple of more additions. I'm never in a rush. We have a core group here, and now we're trying to say, okay, how do we fill that out and what else we need? We have a really good core group of coaches that came with me from Providence College, a couple of former players that are on my staff that played for me at Providence College. A coach that has been with me for 16 years, 10 years. So that chemistry and continuity has really helped me get here. So as we're doing basketball stuff here, I can run the organization externally to build these relationships that are in front of me right now.
It seems like with a lot of the changes, a lot of schools, I know Villanova recently, they have like a general manager, chief of staff, general manager, whatever you want to call it. Is that something that you're hoping to have here?
That's something that will definitely be here. Yes, again, to your question, you talk about change. That's something that's going to be needed here and something that will definitely add. Great question.
How much does NIL actually stress your coaching staff? There are a lot of loose ends, a lot of moving parts, and you got to stay on it. How much does that add to their workload?
Yeah, it's all of our workloads, not just the staff, but the AD, the president, the board. We're in the infancy stage of NIL. And that is not like the driving force in a lot of young men and a lot of athletes' decision making. But I think when people make NIL the be-all, end-all, they're missing out on what the main thing is. They're missing out on what the main thing is. There are going to be things that we can't do. Yeah, we want to be a leader in NIL, but at the same time, if that's what your only concentration is, then I don't think I'm the coach for you, because you're not looking at the right opportunity for why you come in here. A, to be educated, basketball opportunity, and a chance to engage in one of the best colleges in all of the world, in my opinion. So it's a hard deal to deal with, but we'll figure it out.
What's your personal stance on NIL?
I think young men and athletes and young women deserve opportunities to earn off the image and likeness, but I'm not the one to tell you what they're worth, because I don't think anybody should have a dollar value on their worth. Now, in the business world, how good are you? How good are you is going to dictate what the market's going to be able to pay you as they move forward. Same thing in your jobs. How good are you? And you're going to be paid accordingly to the things that you're able to produce on somebody's return on their investment.
Is there a way in this environment to have a roster that's consistent year to year?
No, absolutely not. You know, again, change with young minds, everybody thinks they're missing out on something. And they think the grass is greener in other places. Give yourself an opportunity. The thing I struggle with the transfer portal right now is not allowing kids to work through adversity. It's not allowing people to fail and then live in that failure to grow within the place that believed in them first. I'm not saying you can't do it, but give yourself a chance to see if you can fix it, and leaving isn't always the way to do it. I mean, it's a fair question, but it's today's person just wants to go in the microwave and fix it quick. That normally isn't the answer.
How is the schedule coming along?
Schedule's coming along, you know. I think scheduling and recruiting is how you build your program. Schedule is really important. You schedule according to where you think you're going to be, and as you're building your program, hopefully we can have an announcement with our non-conference schedule as the Big East schedule can come out, I think in mid-September. But we're close to finalizing our last couple of games, you know, so we're excited about it, but at the same time, I'm still trying to build my roster for 23 because we're not done yet.
With NIL, there's so many questions about that, but as a coach, how important are facilities? Because that used to be the big thing, the big arms race. Are facilities still resonating with recruits?
I think facilities are important. It's just a part of, and I think we have one of the elite facilities in all of college athletics. I don't think it's the main thing anymore. I think NIL has surpassed that, but it's still, though, you need them all. You need it all, because you need a place where, you know, recovery is really important. Mental health is really important. Nutrition is really important. So you have to have all those aspects aligned with NIL to try to attract the best student athlete that is here for the right reasons.
What do you think fans, students at Georgetown should be excited about for the upcoming season?
I want our students, I want our fans, I want our supporters, I need all of you to give us a chance to grow, but show up. Show up to support Georgetown, not who we're playing against. When you're able to do that, that's when you build a program. That's when you build a culture that everybody's there to cheer for you. And I think there'll be excitement early. We're going to hit a road. We're going to hit a bump in the road where we can lose 2, 3 in a row. Hang in there. You know, building is very, very difficult, but it's exciting because I think our future is extremely, extremely bright.
Just had a question about students. Any of our student reporters want to get a question?
Yenhan Chan from the Georgetown Voice, and I know we're still in the early days of your tenure here at Georgetown, but is there anybody on the team who has, to you, really emerged as a strong leader on the team?
I think Ish Masood has really established his voice. He's a 5th-year senior, NCAA tournament experience. I think his voice is going to be very, very important. And a lot of times when you're rebuilding, a lot of people are learning, so they're quiet. They're really quiet, and I need them to be more verbal. But he would be, to answer your question, he'd be the one that's standing out to be verbal.
From McCoy. One of the first opportunities for fans to see the new players is the upcoming Kenner League, which is coming in 2 days. Do you know who's playing, and would you hope to see other players?
I know our players are. I don't know when they're playing, who they're playing. That's not my job. I mean, they'll let them get out there and play and be kids. I really don't That's not my deal. They get out there. I think they're playing this weekend. I don't know what team they are. I don't know what time they're playing. I can't watch it, so I want them to be kids and engage and enjoy. Hopefully they learn something from it and not get hurt.
Are all of your players healthy enough to play Kennel League?
If we were playing a game meaningful, we would be ready. We got a couple of guys banged up, nicked up a little bit, that we're going to probably tell them to hold out. But if we were playing a game tomorrow, we would have a full roster ready to go.
Anyone specifically?
No. I mean, we got a bunch of guys banged up. We may have 5 or 6 guys just in the workout today. It's the summertime, so there's no need to kill these guys.
So you brought in a lot of guys. 4 scholarship players did return. You've got a chance to see them. They're not, guys that you recruited. What have you seen from the 4 guys that have stayed, Mutombo and Bristol and Cook and Heath?
I've seen guys willing to work. I've seen players excited about change. I've seen guys trying to continue to build their role and their why to why they stayed. So all of them will have an opportunity to contribute. We need all hands on deck, as we only have 9 scholarship players or 10 scholarship players here.
And then you said you're not done recruiting for 23. In this, and you mentioned earlier though that it's hard to keep everyone. Is there value in leaving scholarships open with grads? Guys can graduate still and transfer in August and middle of the season. Is there any value in having an open scholarship?
Rule of thumb: always have a scholarship. Rule of thumb. Jared Dudley committed to Boston College and I was assistant there August 25th. Oh, wow. Always have a scholarship. You never know. Never know. Never know. Have your resume ready. You never know. Right? There's always an opportunity somewhere, right? Never know.
So just to continue on the recruiting line of questions, I guess. So could you speak a little bit about the recruiting process for Hasham Assad and what drew you to him, and how do you envision him fitting onto the team?
Good question. I don't know. It's an opportunity for somebody to come as a preferred walk-on, right? And let's see what he can bring to the organization. You never want to promise anything, even to the players that you recruit. You give them opportunity, you promise them an incredible degree, you hold them accountable, they have to be disciplined, and they got to fit in where they can fit in. Other than that, it's up to them to make me the fool to put them on the floor. You always got to say, put me in a tough spot not to play you, regardless if you're a scholarship player or not.
What are you expecting from Mutombo this year?
I'm expecting him to grow, develop, protect the paint, protect the rim, finish through contact, make his free throws, and become a leader in our community.
Is it fair to say that it's a great opportunity here for him now? I mean, there are minutes available.
There's a great opportunity for anybody on the roster. Everything's up for grabs. There's not one guaranteed position, including the head coaching position.
When are you going to be able to, in earnest, start your evaluation process?
We're still a couple of weeks away from that, because we're still trying to add guys, we're still recruiting guys. This is going to be, I'm probably not going to be able to know that until mid-September. Right now, just guys getting comfortable. Obviously, the class load here is very, very competitive. So we got guys in and out of class, in and out of study hall. It's a very, very competitive environment. If you can last here academically and athletically, you're pretty special.